everyone. Welcome back to RTS and welcome back to Kit Krunch and monthly celebrations, because that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to celebrate something this month and then also play with my Kit Krunch kit that I built last week, and that video will be listed below. I have some inspiration here. I'm going to talk about that. And so a lot of us that build kits, this is why we build kits, because you don't know what you're going to scrap, but then you get inspired to scrap things that you normally wouldn't do. I would not have normally went to my family photo box to pull something from, just to scrapbook this week. And so I did, and I went and I found this photo of me, and I'll put it here on this pink piece of paper. And I was about a year old. There's my little chubby cheeks in this little crib out on the outside porch. And so what is awesome about this, and so when I picked out these papers, I had family and vintage in mind. And so of course there's the pastels, and then I also had the more masculine blues and teals. So of course, I could use either one. But what I love about this is that even though this photo is just about me, there's only me in this photo, the story that I'm going to tell about is my entire family's memories about when we lived in this location. So as I'm filming this, we're texting each other back and forth, and I'm getting everybody's memories. So even though it's just me in the photo, and I'm so glad I'm going to document something about me, because sometimes we put ourselves last on the list. I don't have a lot of these, so I do treasure this. And I am going to use the original, because where else am I going to put it? I did ask my little one, do you want the original? She's a minimalist. She's a technology girl. She has a digital copy. She's good to go. So I'm using the original. And plus I made a copy for myself for future reference if I want that. So I'm definitely going to be playing with these transparencies, because why not? We're talking 50 years ago. Oh my goodness, hard to believe that. So I'm definitely going to be playing with these pastels because I'm in the photo. So even though I'm going to play with the female colors, basically, the whole layout is going to be about my entire family. I love that. So I'm going to definitely play with this kit. And when I mean play, well, you'll see. So what I did was I went, and I already have everything I need for a kit. It's everything in front of me, so now I need an inspiration. So I went to something I recently downloaded, and it was some samples from the Scrapbooking Cards Today, the fall edition, and I'll have the link below. And of course, look at this beautiful layout by Jen Gallagher. Just love it. I just love everything she does. So I only printed about maybe 10 copies. I don't print the whole magazine. So I found some that gave me some inspiration. So of course, this one right here on page 15, it has two photos, but look how it's framed with a bunch of ephemera and leaves. Now they're stitched. I don't think I'll get into that, but that's an inspiration. I love this wreath. Again, two photos, but I could just substitute one. I could do a great big die cut visual focal for the layout. That is on page 22. And then this is just a one photo. And then look how, again, with the die cut, so you can see what I'm drawn towards. I'm drawn to a lot of layers. I'm going to do a single photo and then a lot of ephemera. So that's what I'm going to pull, because here, now this is in a grid, and this reminded me of like a quilt. Of course, that reminds me of childhood. I could definitely do that. And then also I found this one photo, and I love the floral, I love the yellow, I love the big title. Of course, there's that doily scallop. It reminded me of my kit. That was on page 45. And 64, I love this right here with a single photo and a big title. So what I might do is incorporate a little bit of all of that, but I really am drawn to this one because it's very simple. And I don't want to spend 3 hours on a layout today, because I'd much rather spend the time on the journaling. So that is my plan. Again, that is from Scrapbooking Cards Today, page 45. This is by Nicole Bingaman. I hope I said that right. N-O-W-O-S-A-D. We all know who she is, but I hope I didn't mess it up too bad. Nawasad. I think that's how you say that. Beautiful work. And of course, the one on the top, more beautiful work by Wendy Sue Anderson. Just beautiful layouts in that digital magazine, or if you have a physical copy. So this is what I'm going to do. So I just basically need a background, and you see this yellow paper right here? That's going to be this right here. That's going to be this, and I'm going to use this side. I already know. I'm going to use that. Love that. So I just need a scrap and a tear piece and this doily, which I already know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use actual doilies. That's what I'm going to do. And then what do I need for ephemera? So basically, whatever I have laying here on the top. That is really, honestly, that's what I'm going to play with. That is why I love building a kit. Everything is already done. You just get busy to playing, especially when you have things to go along with your story. And so for me, I want to definitely get in those die cuts. And of course, right here, some bows. Is that not perfect? Absolutely. And then on that sample, it's ephemera. I mean, that's all I need to start playing. It's just ephemera. Oh, and a title, and we'll talk about that. So ephemera, I had these two earmarked. And so, again, very simple. I'm just going to rip a bunch of these out of here, and I'm just going to play with that. I'm just going to simply play with the butterflies and the botanicals and layer, put some on foam, and just play with that. And then there was another Tim Holtz set that I could use that as well if I wanted to. So it's really just a matter of pairing supplies I have in this kit to create this mood and feel of this layout by Nicole. Very, very pretty. And then the title. She has good things. And so I had something like that. And remember when I put this kit together last week, I had said I put too many alphas in here. But this is the best thing. Now I have choices because I did not know what I was going to scrap. But of course I was drawn to this gold right here. And so, oh, and I'm going to use that too. I could put the date on there. Yes, and then I could maybe use this pink and get my name on there somewhere. Oh my gosh, I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. Oh yes, look at that. Very pretty. And I could use those for bits and bobs. I'm always talking about that. So I'm glad I did include a variety. I would like to get my name on there. I would like to get the town in which we lived. But then the title, I just love pairing these pre-made words for a title. So since this is my monthly celebration is going to be about my family and the memories, I could definitely use document. I could use our story. I could put our details. I could put captured memories. I could put our memories. Oh, what else do I have? Oh, I have 3 sheets. And I could put, I could simply use the word you because it is about me, but the story's not about me. And so I definitely don't want to use the word happy because not everything was happy in my childhood, which that's the true case for most of us. But I could use these hearts. So, or I could put hello memories. That would be a really big, that would be, or hello you. You see what I'm saying? There's so much versatility. And just because this says details, that doesn't mean you can't pair this with something else. You could put details and memories, or our memories, our details, our memories, that's good. Or captured memories, captured details, story. Oh, it just never ends. Love these. So this is definitely something to put into your stash because you can get a lot of mileage out of this. A lot of mileage. And then if you don't want some of these, don't be afraid to cut them up and make your own words. I've been known to do that too. So I'm definitely going to be playing with that. Not sure which one. I don't know. I like that memories. The details. Document memories. Hello memories. Hello you. Oh, just beautiful. Or our story. Oh, yeah, love that. Or our memories. Perfect. Yeah, see, I'm just so excited about that, and I'm going to incorporate some of this in here as well. So anything that I see in the kit that I know I'm going to play with, I put it right here on the desk, and then I know I don't have to worry about trying to find it as I'm building. Of course, I have all these primas. And so there's there's moments, smile, more butterflies, memories, of course, and family. And a button. Buttons have been a part of my life. Oh, there's family. See, it just never ends. I'm just keep on going. And then I have flair. Then I have some puffies as some fillers. Some more hearts to go with that gold foil thicker. More puffies. More doilies. Why not? And then, of course, Nouveau. That'll be a finishing touch. So when you have a kit, this is exactly why this is a short process, because you've already decided on a lot of colors and a lot of product and a lot of embellishments, so you just get to playing. Absolutely. As long as you get the story, you already have the supplies. Absolutely. That's why we love kits. And I'm so glad back in the day, back in the 2Ps days, those garden girls showed making kits, and we learned that a long time ago. Absolutely. So come back, and this is how I'm going to start, but you can already see this is how I'm going to finish. It's going to be an exact, basically, replica of what Nicole did. And I may do a couple layers for a matte. Depends. That's just what the season I'm in. And then also, too, I noticed that on this, There is some actual Scotch tape still on this. And sometimes I might peel that off, or I might just add a little adhesive and leave that on there for character. Why not? I'm not going to do anything with that, but other than mat that. Absolutely. So that is what I have for this monthly celebrations. And so, hit that show more button below, and you definitely look below what everybody else is going to celebrate in this hop for November. And so I'm anxious to see how many times in this hop family will be mentioned, because that's what my layout's going to be about. Even though the photo is about me, this is about my family and our memories. Absolutely. So you never know, I got the word family. I could put that as part of the title too. Absolutely. So hang on, I will be right back. All right, I am back with my finished layout, and of course, I say this all the time. I love how it turned out because I got to play with some supplies I don't normally get to play with. And of course, the story is the driving factor for me always when I'm doing a layout. And then using the inspiration from Nicole here on the scrapbooking cards today, you can definitely see that my layout looks nothing like hers, but there definitely is the influence, because there's paper tearing, got that on there. There's botanicals and ephemera, got that on there. And then of course we have a doily and a scallop, got that on there. A big title in gold, got that on there. And then what was the other thing? A black and white single photo, got that on there. So definitely use this as inspiration, and just love that. I just love that you can get inspiration from other scrapbookers. So I did start with this botanical piece from Kaisercraft from Scrap Studio Collection in that kit starter, and I trimmed that down to about 7 inches, 7 by 11, something like that, and layered that pink gingham on top of that because I'm in that photo as a little girl, so I would definitely want to include that pink. And then all I simply did was layer. Honestly, layer. And so, of course, there's my title. It says Our Memories. And in this black October Afternoon font, it says Town. And so what I'm going to do after I'm done filming is that I will put in the town in which those memories are from. So that is the representation. I'm going to absolutely include the town. And I didn't want to do that for privacy reasons. And then again, playing with some die cuts, ephemera, chipboard from Prima and Brad's, and that bow. I had to get that bow on there. And I put my name here in a vertical sense, Janet. Absolutely. And I did nothing to this photo other than adhere it to the paper. And then added some doilies over here. Now my doilies are a little bit meaty because I use more than one layer of doily when I use doilies. Usually there's 2 or 3 at a time. And then down here, more of the Tim Holtz botanicals and butterflies. Some are on foam, some Brad's. I got some enamel dots on there, some more Prima. And I put the date 1970 peeking from right here in this chipboard. And of course, more of those gold hearts in a visual triangle. And I got some black photo corners in and that transparency. So this is where my journaling is going to go. And if I do have more than what I reserved, I'm quite fine. This is just on removable adhesive. I have all of this for journaling because my family and I are still talking about it as I'm filming. So isn't that great? And then I did include a Tim Holtz paper clip. And I have always had trouble remembering to use these. So what I did was I got a little baggie and I put those little Tim Holtz paper clip and I put them right where my foam tape is. So every time I pull out foam tape, I see these. Doesn't mean I always use them, but at least they're there. Isn't that fun? Again, putting some of these on foam tape and then layering them right on top of a paper that looks exactly like that, it all blends in together. So for my kit starter, I had this Scrap Studio by Kaisercraft. I had this black transparency, and then I had those pink fresh enamel dots. And I got all 3 of those kit starters on my page. Very happy with that. Now, what did I use for adhesive? Well, I did use the branding strip, which I hardly ever do, but it was a full 12 inches. So it was in that black typewriter font. I used this Tombow liquid. For my bow, I used my super glue, and then for basically everything else, my die cuts, I used my quick dry, and then of course, Big Red for the papers and things like that. So yes, 4 different adhesives. Isn't that something? That's why we always have to have a little bit of something for a little bit of everything. And that just comes with the game, because we have so many different products. We have so many different supplies. You do need different adhesives. You really do. It'd be nice if you could have a one for all, but it doesn't work that way. For my transparency, all I did was adhere it underneath that pink paper. This here isn't adhered at all, because you could put quick dry wherever that black is showing, you could, but I have it adhered underneath that pink piece of paper. So very quick. It didn't take very long. It was simply just fun playing with brads and ephemera and foam and playing with the title and just, yeah, just reminiscing. Really, that's all it is. And so I'm excited about this. I really am. I'm very happy about this because I do, you know, you do something for yourself for a change. And of course, you know, for monthly celebrations, focusing on family this month. That is fun. So definitely hit the show more button and look at all the other girls that is in this monthly celebrations YouTube hop and what they are creating. And definitely just enjoy. Absolutely, just enjoy. Take the time to enjoy. That's what I do. I wanted to show a little something extra. Because you know me, I'm always showing something. But this is something that I do every so often, and you'll probably see a little bit more about this in 2020, is that when you're done playing with a page, what do you have? Leftovers. I get that question all the time. And this is a kit, so everything would just simply get back, put back in my little container here. And I will play with all of these items, you know, for the next layout. But what if you're done with a kit? Or what if you just made a mini kit and you did one layout? What do you do with leftovers? And I want to show something because here on the channel we've been talking about base pages this year. And so this is what I want to show. So here is what I have for some leftovers. There's that pink gingham. There's that My Mind's Eye textured mustard yellow. There is that Prima or pink paisley paper. And then this was my kit starter. Now, since this is just the first layout in my kit, I really don't want to use this because this was the inspiration for my kit. I'm going to put this back for a later layout if I want to. But what do you do with all these little bits and bobs? And I even have things laying here to the left, laying here to the right. What you can do then is that since you have everything out and you have these leftovers, they're already cut down to whatever size they were cut down to. They're just leftovers. What you can do is make base pages. And we talked about that, and I'll have some videos linked below. And I might just have a playlist linked below, and you can watch more about base pages. So this is sometimes what I'll do with leftovers. Sometimes I'll make cards, but I am not really motivated to make cards. I have to make myself make cards. I'm not a card maker. I'm a scrapbooker. So I always say when you have leftovers, make some base pages. And the thing with base pages, with these leftovers, use them the size they're in. And I just want to show you this. Now, I don't know if I will absolutely go and adhere this because I do have some more layouts to make with this kit. And I only have one piece of pink, but I just want to show this as a reference. So just get yourself a background, whatever you want to, and then play with the scraps, their size they're in. Okay, so we have some strips. We have a little bit of that vintage botanical, and I could use either side. So I just want to show when you have leftovers, the thing that I want to show is play. Absolutely play. And so you can play with these blocks of paper, these strips of paper, and just absolutely play. And so when I'm making base pages, that is a question I get a lot too. How do I know how to make base pages? And over the years, it's from this process right here. When you're done with leftovers, everything's already cut. You don't have it reserved for anything else, so why not play? And so that's what you could do. You could layer these pieces here, these little strips. A lot of people will keep them. A lot of people will keep these for years. I say use them. And so you could just come here and make a base page. And of course, here is a little leftover. You already have punches here. So let's just get a punch. I didn't play with this Martha Stewart punch. Now, here's a little tip. When you have a leftover that's small and it really doesn't fit in your punch, you get lost. This is a Jennifer McGuire trick. She says grab a post-it note. So I have a post-it note here. Put that on your punch. And now that piece of scrap just became bigger. Yes, that's the post-it hack. And we can just die cut a butterfly there. There's that post-it note. And then you could definitely play. Oh, I like that B-side too. Look at that vintage. Oh, that's pretty. Or you could play with the pink, and then you already have things laying here. So then what I'm saying is go ahead and make another layout with your leftovers right away. The inspiration's already there. The products are already here. Or make a base page. Don't include a lot. And then just put it in an album or page protector or a pile and play with it at a later date. So, of course, here are some doilies. And again, this is simply nothing but playing. I could even come over here and put some chipboard moments, another butterfly. You could just keep on going. But now when I do base pages, I don't put embellishments on because I enjoy that process, and I do that at a later date. So that's what I just wanted to show for something extra. Play. Play with your leftovers. Absolutely create another layout. You don't even worry if you don't have photos. You could just do a base page, use it later on. Or what you could do is just be inspired and simply take your leftovers and make a second page. If you don't scrap chronological, it's not going to matter where these land. Oh, I just love playing. I just love playing. So right there, what I'm saying is there's a fast page. And you could even give it a title if you want. I mean, you could just keep on going. But that was my point. Take your leftovers, use them that their size they're in. You have punches here. You have some ephemera here. Even if you want to add lump and bump, go ahead. I mean, I literally could add a piece of flair right there. I could even, where's my enamel dots that I had? I had those laying right here. Or I had these gold. Oh, I had these gold hearts. I could even come here and make an embellishment cluster and let that just be done. I could put one there. You know what I'm saying. I could just be done. I could even build a cluster on a base page. There's no end to that. And so definitely in this past year, we've been playing with base pages. Look into that down below and play with your leftovers. Yes. So that is what I have for today for this monthly celebrations. I want to thank you for joining in for another month and just having fun with this YouTube hop of monthly celebrations. And I will tell you, I'm so excited to have this recorded. Because not only is this a photo of me when I was little, I don't have a lot of this, so this is precious. I have it preserved, I have it documented, and then I'm going to get several of my family members' memories captured right along with this. Now that is recording this story. Absolutely. So come back next week. We're going to continue to play with this Kit Krunch. You never know. I might get out the masculine part of the kit, which was this right here. And I could play with these colors. Ugh. Again, this is a Kaiser Craft Scrap Studio. Papers aren't thin. The papers are thin, but the designs are beautiful. Yeah, so that's all I have for today. Close-ups are following. Come back to RTS because you never know what we're going to do. Bye.